Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Miss Damali Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.kbob899.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, July 23rd, 2025. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting, guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, we are still talking about relationships. So we're going to find out today from the younger generation what they think about some of the relationship issues we've been discussing for the last couple of weeks.
Yep. How do misperceptions bring about barriers in relationships? We want your input, and we'll get your guest perspectives as well.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics are, which the CDC has an advisory for folks in 8 states. Find out what that is. Oklahoma State Trooper does a great deed. Find out what. And there's big announcements at Phi Beta Sigma Conclave. We're going to talk about that as well. We also have special guests. We have Brenton Todd that's going to be in studio, as well as
Matt and Manny Fresh.
And
Miss Donna Thompson coming down the Parent Pike.
Exactly. So birthdays and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development. Put on that seatbelt, y'all. We're going to be right back.
Looking to take your event to the next level with professionalism and energy? Contact World One Development. We host events, have radio personalities, offer community engagement and videography. We also do live radio remotes, red carpet appearances, create promos, event recaps, drops, and flyers. We also create customized advertising packets to promote your business, organization, or program. Visit our website at world1development.com. You can also reach us on social media at World One Development. EduRec is the place where education and recreation meets. At EduRec, we have a host of programs such as Spring Break Camp, Summer Camp, and After School. We also have Black History Saturdays. It's located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. To donate, sponsor, or volunteer for any of our programs at EduRec, go to edurectulsa.com. Call EduRec today at 918-430-3947. And you can also visit us on any of our social media platforms at EduRec Tulsa. EduRec Tulsa, where education and recreation meet.
Oh, yes, it's bingo night. Bingo! And the money right. Bingo! It's bingo night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Every first and third Tuesday, starting February 4th, it's bingo night at 36th Street North Event Center. Bingo night. Bingo nights at 36th Street North Event Center. Every first and third Tuesday, with lots of cash and prizes to be given away. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and sessions start at 7 and 8 p.m. Game packs starting at only $25. And you could win big. 36th Street North Event Center, 1125 East 36th Street North. Bingo nights. So grab your auntie and uncles and enjoy bingo nights at the 36th Street North Event Center. Concessions and refreshments will be available. And bingo nights at 36th Street North can be enjoyed in a smoke-free environment. Bingo night every first and third Tuesday starting February 4th at 36th Street North Event Center. For more information, call 918-200-9046. Bingo Nights is presented by the 36th Street North Event Center and NYCU.FM. Cash and prizes are based on minimum attendance requirements.
KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News You Can Use.
And we are back.
Yep.
Turn me down just a little bit. News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things. One, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and NYCU.FM. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with the emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits, and a return on that investment. I am so excited and I'm so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali, what's up? It's hump day.
Man, it is hot.
I'm over it. It's sizzling.
Yes, I done had enough.
It's hot in here, but keep on all your clothes. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
It's that hot, but keep everything on unless you're at home by yourself.
Yes.
Man, I tell you what, people are out and about.
Man,
even though it's hot. Man, them brothers out there washing up them cars.
Man.
You know, when the brother get down on his knee and start cleaning them rims.
You know what?
He got somewhere to go.
Look, and I done checked out on that. I'm like, can you wash my car, please?
Got some people to see.
Because I don't want to do
I'm doing the same thing. $20. You get the manager special.
And it's worth it.
Yeah, we ain't going to give him no shout out because that's marketing and advertising. I got to give us a couple dollars for that.
That part.
But I agree, man. It's you know, the thing about when it's so hot, I don't know about you, but man, it's 3 showers a day.
Man.
You go to the grocery store.
Yes, it's a minimum of 3.
Shower.
Yeah.
You know, you got to go out and go see your kids for a minute.
Shower.
That's another shower. You go out to the mailbox and say hi.
Shower.
There might just be another shower. But anyway, it's hump day, y'all. We're going to have a great show.
Is.
Y'all been blowing my phone up all morning.
Listen, so we have stayed away from relationships for 5 years.
Absolutely.
Because we already knew it was going to be like this. We already knew.
Right.
But today we're going to have a different twist on relationships.
A little bit.
A little bit of a twist. But before we get started, we want to send out a huge congratulations to Dr. Tiffany Crutcher for paying off North Point Center.
Yes.
She celebrated the payoff of her mortgage with TC Foundation on Saturday, July 18th. And we are so proud of you because we own buildings.
Yeah.
And we already know
it comes with something.
What it comes with. And so to be able to pay off your mortgage and burn up that old mortgage, hey, I'm proud.
Deal. Can you say a couple million?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. It's hard to pay. You know, my first house I lived in was about $10,000. It took us about 20 years to pay it off. You know what I'm talking about? So when you get these big buildings,
man,
it's and so when I saw that, it just made my day. Exactly. It made my weekend. Shout out to her team, and everybody involved in that, because we know it takes more than just one, but she is the face of that franchise.
Absolutely. So congratulations, sis. We really appreciate you. Love the work you're doing.
Absolutely.
And you know, we there for you.
Right. What you do this weekend?
Man, what did I do this weekend? I got my hair done.
You got your hair done. Look, that's the only thing that's on the menu. Like, you don't take me all weekend.
Remember, I'm like,
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I did much this weekend because, nothing just really jumps out. What did you do this weekend?
Man, preparation for all these back to school bashes that we're going to be talking about coming up next month.
Yeah, so that was work
and so,
stuff,
and I'm still recovering from Unplugged Summer Camp. You know what I'm talking about? That was all June. So people don't know, July is our month that we do strategic planning.
Turn down
just a little bit. Take a break. Turn the phone off and try to relax, because your mental health is important.
Sure is.
You know, come August, we'll be right back. But it was a good one. So I wonder what other people. There was a lot going on now. A lot going on now. Women of Color Expo.
Yeah, and I did not go this year.
Women of Color Expo.
Typically, I am there and have my face in the place, but we just had so much going on that I did not get a ticket.
Right.
And I'm
kind
of sad that I didn't, because a lot of my friends got awards.
I know, and they did the mortgage burning ceremony, like you just said, Doctor. So that was they did that sucker at 4:00. I was like, ooh,
not in the heat of the day, not with a fire.
That's gonna be 100.
No.
But anyway, y'all get in here. We're gonna get to it because we got a loaded show today. We got a lot of people coming through. Like Damali said, we're gonna take the quickest break known to mankind.
Before we take a break, though, let's do this. So before we get started, we want to send out prayers to the family and friends of actor and producer Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Wow.
He actually drowned on Monday in Costa Rica after being caught in a riptide.
Right.
He was 54 years old. That is so sad, because that was my childhood boyfriend. Theo, don't play with me. That was my boyfriend. Yes.
Yeah, that was everybody's boyfriend.
Show. Come on, man.
Yeah. That was kind of like the first, because we was going before that. Now, some of you young people might not know about that, but we was watching Good Time.
Yes.
And that was a life of struggle with JJ.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? And finally, we had a doctor, then had a beautiful wife and a family that was doing good with a lawyer and all of that. And that was different for our mentality.
And then the spin-off to a different world
and all that. Yeah. We was rolling during that time. You know what I mean?
So that is so sad. And I just feel so bad for his family.
Absolutely.
And just that that the people as a whole, because I mean he was a producer. So there were so many shows and stuff that he was doing. He was behind the scenes, not in front of the lens. And so just all of that talent that we have now lost. So, prayers for that family. Then we also want to send out prayers to my family.
Right.
I lost a cousin on Monday. Unfortunately, he succumbed to cancer. A young man, 40 in his 40s. Man. I don't even know how he's younger than me. So, but he's in his 40s. And he passed away in Texas. So we'll be having a funeral here in Tulsa. And a lot of people knew him. I did a post about it. And I was surprised at the number of people that actually knew my cousin.
A lot of people.
So they're going to be bringing him back to Tulsa to bury him. And so I will make sure that I keep you guys informed so that those of you who would like to attend the services are able to do that. So do you want to do the Black History Trivia question and then go back, or what do you want to do?
I think we do the Black History Trivia. Well, prayers for you and your family, because if it's your cousin, it's our cousin, it's our community cousin. So let us know what we need to do to support. All right.
Absolutely will do. All right, let's jump off into our Black History Trivia question.
All right. Get your thinking caps on, not your Googling fingers.
Exactly.
Let's say that first. Don't be Googling, not your Googling fingers.
Love it. Love it. Okay, so Black History Trivia. Who was the first woman and the first African American to receive a master's degree in chemistry from the University of Hawaii? And they also developed a method for treating leprosy in the early 20th century.
Girl, you done went way deep.
I know.
Just go ahead with it.
Was it A, Alice Augusta Ball? Was it B, Katherine Johnson? Was it C, Dorothy Vaughan? Or was it D, Mary Jackson?
Hey, we got a couple of thousand people on this live video. Y'all need to start showing up for your boy right here, right now, because my thinking cap ain't thinking right now. So we gonna slow down. Read it one more time, and I'm gonna see what I can come up with.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, come on.
Who was the first woman? That's part one. The first African American to receive a master's degree in chemistry from the University of Hawaii.
So she was smart.
Very smart.
And she was on the island with her feet kicked up. I get it. I'm feeling what was going on.
She also developed the method for treating leprosy in the early 20th century. Was it A, Alice Augusta Ball? Was it B, Katherine Jackson? Was it C, Dorothy Vaughan? Or was it D, Mary Jackson?
Me and Uncle Brian said C. Uncle Brian.
Uncle Brian said C.
Me and Uncle Brian. We was having a conversation over here while you was reading that, and me and Uncle Brian decided to go with the letter C.
Uncle Brian, I got you.
What else y'all got on here, y'all? Y'all listening in? I can feel the Googling.
I know, right? Because this is a tough one.
This is a tough one right here.
Yeah, this is a tough one. So the number one things that you need to remember is she was the first woman, first African American, and she developed a method for treating leprosy.
Man,
so
when I think about leprosy, I'm way back in the biblical days.
AJ says B.
AJ, you got
what?
B?
That is true.
Yeah, when I think leprosy, I'm back in the biblical days. I was finna try Jesus. I was gonna ask Jesus, who was this woman? But since you said in the
we're not talking about
but when you said leprosy, I'm like, where are we going with this? Yeah. Anyway, let me tell y'all something. Y'all keep trying to figure that out. Give us y'all answers over break, because we got two special guests and they pulled up on us, y'all. They got their water. They just cleared their throat. So we're going to get down to it. This KBOB 89.9 FM News. You can use Charlie and Damali. Coming up next, the young people got something to say about these relationships and parents.
We're going to hear it.
We'll be back, y'all.
All right.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive. Reaching the community, the Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa, Jimmy.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM. Sound familiar? Well, guess what? Sounds like you need The Last Stop Shop. The only name you need to know. The Last Stop Shop. Tulsa area's #1 mobile mechanic service. And they come to you. They get you running or stopping again. From brakes to starters, alternators, generator, RV, even welding repair. They also do mobile fleet maintenance and mobile oil changes. Like I told you, this will be the last stop you ever make. Call The Last Stop Shop. Tulsa area's #1 mobile mechanic service at 918-405-3970. That's 918-405-3970, and they'll have you back up and running in no time. Mention you heard this ad on KBOB 89.9 and receive 10% off your first service. Who you gonna call? The Last Stop Shop. Tulsa area's #1 mobile mechanic service. That number again is 918-405-3970.
KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali, and we are back.
We are back. So we've been talking about relationships.
Yeah.
For last month we had 2 segments with special guests.
Right.
And they were more our age.
Yeah. They had a little season on their Friday.
A little bit. So now we're gonna get down to the younger generation.
The younger generation.
And see what they think. So we're going to ask them some of the same questions that we posed to the other guests that we had on the show. But first, we want to introduce our special guests. And it's so funny because we've seen them grow up.
Hey.
And literally. Now they're adults. They got kids. They're doing all the adulting things. And so it's kind of weird. But, we want to hear their opinions because, they've been with us growing up together. So first we have Mr. Manny Ortega in
What's
the
up? What's up?
What's up, Manny? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How y'all doing?
Doing well, well. So tell people a little bit about yourself.
Well, you're definitely right about knowing me all my life. The Edge Rec started in 2013.
2013.
So I was 16 years old. I'm 28 now. So
yeah.
12 years since I know
12.
And
so we did the band parent thing because
we did.
My daughter played.
She was in my section.
Did you influence my daughter to play the trombone?
I didn't influence her, but I definitely wanted. She was the reason that I definitely kept going, and I was always on her toes, and I was the reason she wanted to quit.
I'm telling you.
So it was you.
It was me. I gave them a run for their money, but it was all in good fun. So it's become like a sister to me. So we stay in touch, and it's great.
Yeah.
But I'm born and raised in Los Angeles, but I've been here pretty much my whole life, and I do have a little girl now. She was one at the Edge Rec doing the princess room. So she's 9 years old now. So she's just grown up so fast. And so I've been really, really happy about how she's progressed. But
what school did you go to?
So I went to Langston University.
Hey.
I graduated in 2022 with a bachelor's in electrical engineering.
Okay.
So I do that, and I try to stay committed to my trombone playing and my music. So I try to balance both.
Okay.
Awesome. Welcome to the show.
Welcome. All right. And so then we have another special guest who was also a little child when we started all this. And now she's all grown up. So we have Miss Matiana Harper. And I said Harper. So, this matches the name of somebody that's in the room.
Hey, don't be hating.
Every
just
week.
Relax yourself just a little bit.
So this is Charles's daughter. How are you, Matt?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Good. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Matiana. Right now I'm currently in the occupational therapy assistant program because I want to be an occupational therapist in the future. I'm a mom to a little toddler that bosses me around.
That's what happens with toddlers.
Yes, and y'all definitely know me all my life, especially my dad.
You're right.
Literally.
Yes, literally all your life.
So open your eyes. Who is that? I'm your daddy. Oh, okay. Let's move on.
But but that's like pretty much all I'm doing right now. So,
Yes.
mhm.
Well, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun. So y'all
Right.
don't be nervous. We're going to have a good time. So what we've been talking about is the difference between men and women and what men and women think. So we've been punting out. So of course I did some research. I'm always trying to find some, some stuff to try to figure out the differences in our opinions, because sometimes, like we just think about and process things differently. And then we end up getting upset with each other because we just process differently,
Right.
different sexes. So I'm going to give you some misperceptions. So these are like the top, I'm going to give you the top 5 misperceptions that Black women have about Black men. And then in the reverse, Black men have about Black women. Then you guys can tell me whether or not you agree and what you think about some of them. Okay. So first misperception is, so this is what Black women think about Black men. Black men are dangerous or criminal. It's number 1. Black men are absent fathers. Number 2. Black men are emotionless or stoic. That's number 3. Black men are hyper masculine or oversexed, which is number 4. And Black men are unintelligent or uneducated. Number 5. Now we'll go to what Black men think about Black women.
That's a misperception.
And these are misperceptions. Okay. Black women are too angry or combative. Number 2, Black women don't support Black men. Black women are too independent to need a man. That's number 3. Number 4 is Black women are materialistic and only want high status men. And number 5, Black women are always good. They don't need help. Okay. So let that simmer. So what do you guys think about that? And Matt, we'll go to you first because it's ladies first on the show. So what do you think about those? Do you agree, disagree?
I don't. Of course, I don't agree with it. I'm like, wait a minute, what y'all trying to say? So the misconception, I think, first we are African American, so a lot of times for women, it can be a lot harder for us. So we have to develop like a tough skin, tough shell. When we walk in the room, like we have to stand up, tall, because we're not only being seen, we already got that misconception. When you walk into a classroom, they're already doubting you.
Right.
So it's like you're trying to prove that you're not the stereotype. That's all you think about. And so like I know when I walk in the classroom, I'm always trying to do my best. So it's not about the being independent thing. I just think that's more, you have to be put in that position to be independent. Like things happen, there's a lot of single moms. So it's like if you're put in the position where you have to be kind of like the man or woman in the role, of course you're going to develop. Of course you're going to have to develop that independence, because you can't, go to no one, know. So I think that's not a misconception. That's just a situation.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay, and before we go further, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Manny, how old are you?
28.
We in the 20
okay,
club.
20 club.
We represent the 20 club.
Okay, Manny.
So I think the first one that you were kind of talking about, well, the first one I was really sunk in for me was education. I think a big misconception about Black men is that the only way you can make it in America is if you're a rapper or a baller. And like there's no engineers, there's no doctors, there's no lawyers.
Come on.
So especially going to HBCU like Langston, that's all there is. It's African American pretty much. So, and it's not to say that, you couldn't be, there's a lot of athletics, there's a lot of people that are talented in music that could do that, but I feel like there's so many other outlets that you can take besides that. So me being graduated from college, I can attest to that very much. So I think another one was, you were talking about what was the second one about
on men or women?
On men, on how men were
let me go back.
They didn't feel like they were supported by Black women. I love Black women.
Yeah.
My mother, my grandmother, my auntie, my whole family is based on Black women.
Right.
So if it wasn't for the Black women in my family, the Manny that you all know today would not be existing.
I love that. That is great.
That's good.
Okay, so let me give you a couple of more misperceptions and see what your thoughts are about these. So it says that Black men don't want to commit. Black men are emotionally unavailable. Number 3, Black men are intimidated by strong Black women. That Black men only want lighter skin or non-Black women, and Black men aren't trying hard enough to overcome. Now, I'm going to pose this to Matiana first, just because we're going to have a Black man, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Of course.
let's see if this is true. So what do you think about these?
Whoa, that's a lot. So about the like lighter skin, I think that just more goes into like colorism and also the area you're in. Because I've been in areas where Black women are loved, and some areas is more they like lighter tone. You know, we're in Oklahoma, so this is a lot more lighter tone kind of state. But when I be in Texas, they're all about dark skins. I'm like, yeah,
I'm in this thing, yes.
Texas.
So yeah. And what was that other one? I heard a couple.
Here, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, because that was a long one.
Yeah.
Black men don't commit. I don't think it's really a color. I think just in general, I would just say in marriage, like it's a different meaning to us young people now. Like when we date in 1 week, we think we already married. Like, I mean, the dating pool is so fast. And then with the Black men are emotional and available, I just think since there is a lot of Black men like not in the home, of course I'm thankful I have my dad, but if they're being raised by a woman, that may have something like do it, because we're teaching them how we deal with our emotions. Correct. But there's no male factor in there to teach them how to be a man. Right. So it's just like we're doing the best we can, but you know, like if you have an absent dad, it's like they're gonna have to look for like coaches or
somebody else to fill
like
in.
a male figure.
Outside
yeah. And then Black men are intimidated by strong Black women. I think it's just because we are put in a position like we need to want more for ourselves. So like when I go to school, I don't think about being taken care of a man. And that's just because I want better. I don't want to depend. And we're in a society where we can flourish as women. So why would we want to settle for less too?
Come on, Matt.
So,
yes.
And then I addressed the Black men only wanting lighter skin. I think it's okay to have a preference.
Yeah.
And then Black aren't trying hard enough to overcome. I think they are. They're out there. It's just this generation kind of want quick money too. So that's another thing. Like everybody wants it now. So and they don't want to really work on things. And that's not just for men, that's women too. So
good.
That's
so pass that to Manny. Manny, you go down that list and tell me what do you think?
Okay, so Black men don't commit. I think that's based on the person. It's about your experience. A lot of men don't talk about their problems. A lot of men don't really discuss what they go through, and a lot of men don't really like vocalize and externally what they think about every single day.
Right.
And so some people might think that a man is timid, or he just might be quiet because the real him is felt closed kind of inside of a box, if that makes sense. So, so kind of goes into how Black men are emotionally available. So if you don't have a father, so I didn't have a father, kind of what Montiana was saying, like when you don't have a father figure, you have to kind of find somebody. Mr. Charles, you were definitely one of them. Yeah. My band director, for sure. My band director, Mr. Craig, for all of us. So it just, you have to find somebody, whether it be a pastor, whether it be somebody in your community that could learn from and you could talk to, because you don't want that to be a roadblock just because you didn't have a father, that you can't learn from father type figures, if that makes sense.
That's good.
And I have to say that light skin thing is ridiculous. Man, it's a preference. You got what you like, you know, it just depends on, you know, what you think. I've dated light skin, I've dated dark skin, I've dated, you know, so it really doesn't matter. But one thing I did want to speak on that was on that last list was about Black men and their children. So, you know, my father not really being active or being in my life, I committed that I was going to be in my daughter's face. And I just meant like every step that she takes, everything that she's going through, I wanted to be there for that. Right. And so I have a lot of peers, a lot of men that unfortunately aren't doing that, and they're not. So I want them to know that it's doable. I have my child kind of young. I don't want that to be something that everyone does, but it's doable. Yes. So, So
if you did have kind of young, just hang in there. It'll be all right.
Just hang in there. Really. And like I said, talk to those people. Don't feel like because you don't have a figure, whether it be mother or father, that you don't have someone to talk to. There's always somebody.
So let me ask this, because so you bring up the point that you had your daughter young.
Yes.
And you didn't have your dad in your life. What And I know that recently you just got custody of your daughter.
I did.
Man.
Congratulations.
I
I
did.
am so proud of
I
you. You
did.
have no idea how proud I am because I've watched your journey
Yes. Ma'am,
with Maria and how you have taken care of her, how you have been there. And so I can attest to the commitment that you made to your child. How do you think that young people nowadays are they? I think our generation believes that young folks are reckless or careless. They're just like out here having kids all over the place and just leaving them as casualties of war, and they're moving on down the road. What do you say about that? And what do you feel about that as being a young parent?
So the first thing that I thought about when I found out that Maria was going to be in my life was I was just more afraid of what I was going to do, how I was going to be there.
Man,
Like you said, if you don't have a father figure, you don't know how to be a father.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest thing. Was I was 18 years old. I don't know how I'm going to take care of this child, and I've already been accepted to Langston, so I want to stay in school.
Man, so you finna go to college
I'm gonna go to college and
Yes.
try to do that. So it was a big commitment, but I think, literally, it took day by day, and if I didn't have the Lord, I prayed so much, and I know that, whatever you do, if you don't have someone to a higher up to pray to, I really am, a by God man,
Yes.
But yeah, just being in school, it took it step by step. I went to class. I was in band. I brought her with me to the games.
Yep.
There's a picture with me that I posted with me holding her at we came down to Booker T. I think Langston to play down to Booker T, and I'm holding her in the stands. And I probably shouldn't have been doing that, but that was just to my commitment to being with her. And like you said, like she was 1 year old when she had the party at the Edge Rec.
Yeah.
She's 9 years old now.
That's
so
crazy.
it's just crazy how fast time flies. But yeah, what I would say is definitely don't give up hope. Pray and make sure that you have a community, because it takes a village.
Yeah, let me ask y'all this. So when it comes down to, a lot of times it seems like with young people, that's why I'm glad y'all on. Y'all can speak with.
Yes.
It seems like young people want to just do it themselves. I got this.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all bag up, watch me do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are in your 20s. How long does it take to figure out, man, I can't just do this by myself? And how important is the village around you?
Mm-hmm.
It took me just a week. As soon as my mom came out the womb, I looked at my mom and dad like, help. So I definitely this is definitely having my mind. I realized how many people were in my corner, so it's a good thing. I know a lot of people, especially young girls who get pregnant. I had her at 19, so it's just like that first thing is you scared to access your village because you're like, are they going to be mad? Are they? But I'm very blessed that my village is always supporting me. I don't think I could get through college without it. So, and yes, I did at first. I did not want no help, and I think that's just only so I can prove to myself I can be a good parent.
Yes.
So, and it's just that pride of at the time I'm finna start school, so it's like I'm not in a financial position. I gotta ask my parents for help, which I'm not. I feel like growing up, I always want to be Miss Independent. So that's why I was like, oh, so my daughter definitely taught me just being humble and reaching out for help when you need it, and use the village because it's there for a reason. So
that part,
it's huge because so the doing by yourself, I think it's because social media is big on that too.
Man.
People see somebody on social media standing next to a Lamborghini or a Ferrari with a whole stack of money. They think, oh, he's 17 doing it, whether it be on the stock market or whatever fad people are doing, that they could do it that fast too, and they want it quick and they want it in a hurry, and so I think it accelerates it. I think people having drive is not a bad thing, but it's guided by false narratives a lot of times. People, you look at this stuff, so when you realize that it takes I think when I got to college and when I really my daughter started growing up is when I realized I need help. I need somebody. I can't just try to be superhero Manny and do it all on my own. I need somebody. So I fell on my family. I fell on my friends. And so they were big support in the community. Like I said, 10, 15 years ago, I didn't even know either one of you, but it was it's crazy how things and how life works and how it comes for a circle. But yeah, you definitely need both community and your support system.
So did it surprise you guys how much your village was there for you? Did it surprise you? Did you have a different thought about, oh man, if I ask for help, this is what I think they're going to do or not do versus what actually happened?
You want to go?
Oh yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I didn't interrupt you. So it's I kind of, it's like I didn't want to assume. You know how you don't want to assume there's
Yeah.
help and have
Yeah.
high expectations, and then you get disappointed. But I think I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised at the same time.
I got
The
you.
amount of help I received and other people that like reached out. Like I knew my family, like my mom, dad, siblings was going to be there, but like when I started seeing other family members reach out and friends even help me, that's what
Right.
and I got to really see who my real friends are
That
in
part.
my age
Ooh.
group.
Mhm.
And they in their 20s, so they're looking at my toddler, but like they be in there helping me out so I can help clean sometimes. So I was definitely like surprised that on that end, like it's like you knew your family gonna be there, but other people who
Yeah.
are outside, you're just like, all right, like, I can really do
Oh,
this.
yeah,
So
yeah.
What about you, man?
No, for sure. I mean, the light got real bright on who my friends were.
Yes.
Especially when I was going kind of through this court thing, when I was raising my child. I mean, it surprised me how much that now people were supporting me that I didn't even know were in my corner.
Yes.
And so you
Right.
really don't know who's there for you.
Mhm.
They say there was a quote somebody said that everyone that gets dirt off of you is not your friend, and then everyone that tries to lead you into darkness is not your enemy. They might be leading you into darkness, but it might be a light at the end of the tunnel. They might be getting dirt off of you, but it might be because they want to throw you back into some more.
Right.
You never know what people's
Yes.
perception is. So
Wow.
you also, I think that's what you kind of want to bet on yourself,
Right.
Mhm.
but at the same time, you want to know that there is somebody that's on your side. You don't got to be doing it by yourself.
That's good stuff right
Yeah,
there.
that
That's
is really good
right there.
stuff. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go back to the paper and see what the paper has to say. So I have 5 behaviors that women commonly consider inappropriate. So we'll see if you guys agree. One is flirting or sexual comments. So what we're talking about is if you're in a relationship, what women think are inappropriate, what men think are inappropriate. Number one, women think is flirting or sexual comments to somebody. 2, overly personal conversations. 3, unnecessary physical contact. Or number 4 is private or after hours one-on-ones. And the last one is undermining or talking down, especially in gender ways. Okay, so we'll talk about that first, and then we'll go and do the guys. Okay, so what do you guys think about that? What is a deal breaker for women in your age group in a relationship?
in a relationship, I think a deal breaker for me is drive. Like the guy has to have things kind of going for himself. Like, cause my dad's a really good role model. He's always driving to do better. He's trying to constantly build. So I kind of expect that from a guy as well. Another deal breaker is definitely the talking down, the gender
Yeah.
thing. I don't like being like I even had to work on it, but it's just like when you're just like where you're a woman and you can't do this, like
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, yes I can. Like my parents raised me to strive more and do more. So it's just like that's a deal breaker. I'm pretty like easygoing. Like I'm always trying. I know in a relationship you have to grow with that person, so I don't expect them to be like perfect.
Right.
But I'm gonna lift you up. I'm not finna keep you down there. I'm like, oh no, we finna keep striving for more and keep pushing for more. Even if you're not in school, you finna be in school, or if you're
Right.
not in something, like I'm gonna, because I feel like as a woman, it was that thing about, I think it was talking about like black women not supporting like black men.
Black men.
Yeah, like, well, I know I support my boyfriend 100%. I'm there helping him with his homework. Like, I'm really trying to make sure he strives. Even if, like, just say, God forbid we break up, at least he's going to be a good dad to my daughter. And, if he's successful, then she's successful. So
That part.
That's good stuff.
Manny. So before I get you to answer that, let me tell you what they say about the things that men consider inappropriate. Okay. So number 1 is flirting over familiar behavior in the workplace. Number 2, one-sided accusations or double standards. Number 3, emotional oversharing. Number 4, using gender to gain favor. And number 5, disrespecting authority or undermining leadership. So what are your thoughts about deal breakers? What are deal breakers for you?
I think one thing I always kind of think about is the 50-50 thing,
Yeah.
And when it comes to person and when it comes to preferences, I think it's more about what your preference is. Not some people are just trying to find a good man or a good woman, but it's good in your eyes. You know, the eyes of the beholder. You know, to one person it may be one thing, but to somebody else you might find somebody that's perfect for you. You know,
Right.
So I think a deal breaker though, for me, I'm big on religion. I've always been big on religion.
Right.
I just think it more conducts into how you conduct yourself.
Right.
I know when I've been in every relationship I've been in has been with African American women. So I don't really know anything but Black women.
Right.
So I think, but a deal breaker is just the drive thing. I think as well. I think women and men both need to have drive. I think the gender roles kind of come into play. If you were so I was raised to kind of do certain things, cut the grass, take out the trash, get a job, you know, certain things. But I don't think that women can't do that because I'm doing that.
Right.
Or I should be doing something just because, like, I wash dishes too. I
know your mama, so I already know.
Yeah. So she got me cleaning. So yeah. And Point to North Point when I was a kid, I used to sweep up there. I had a camp that was going up to out there as a kid. And so, I mean, it was really just a thing about 50-50. Who would you rather be with? Who would you rather commit to? And whether you would let the man be a leader, whether, you know, it just kind of depends on your preference, I think.
Hey, we're going to do this. See, they tough.
I
Like they
know,
was
right?
ready. Did somebody get no drop? They was ready.
I didn't tell them. They were ready.
We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to give some of these people on the live some shout out because it's a lot of people.
Oh, yeah,
on.
they have some questions
and
too.
when we come back, we're going to get their questions. Then we're going to do the rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Are y'all ready for that? All right.
Yes.
Rapid fire. Coming up.
Said,
Rapid fire. Coming up next. KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development, New Use, Charles and Damali coming back. We're going to do the rapid fire. I think they're ready. Let's go.
I think they are.
Looking to take your event to the next level with professionalism and energy? Contact World One Development. We host events, have radio personalities, offer community engagement and videography. We also do live radio remotes, red carpet appearances, create promos, event recaps, drops, and flyers. We also create customized advertising packets to promote your business, organization, or program. Visit our website at world1development.com. You can also reach us on social media at World One Development.
Are you or someone you know just as involved? Are you or someone you know in need of support services? Don't worry, Fitting Back In got you covered. We offer life skill workshops, career development, job search, substance abuse counseling, and more. We are located at 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74115. Give us a call at 918-592-3500. Follow us at Fitting Back In Tulsa. Also, visit us on our website for services at www.fittingbackininc.org. Our services are available only in Tulsa County.
The 36th Street North Event Center is proud to kick off another great season of social gatherings with family and friends. And no matter what the size of your next event, the 36th Street North Event Center has you covered. From event decor to live DJs, even catering, and a world-class sound and lighting system, 36th Street North has your event covered. We offer a state-of-the-art event booking and planning process from start to finish. And whether you're hosting 100 or 1,000, 36th Street North Event Center is the premier event center of North Tulsa, located at 1125 East 36th Street North. Share the experience at 36th Street North Event Center and see why we are the #1 choice for upscale events, from weddings to birthdays, corporate functions, holiday parties, and so much more. Visit us today at 36theventcenter.com or call and reserve your spot at 918-200-9046.
EduRec is the place where education and recreation meets. At EduRec, we have a host of programs such as Spring Break Camp, Summer Camp, and After School. We also have Black History Saturdays. It's located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. To donate, sponsor, or volunteer for any of our programs at EduRec, go to edurectulsa.com. Call EduRec today at 918-430-3947. And you can also visit us on any of our social media platforms at EduRec Tulsa. EduRec Tulsa, where education and recreation meet.
KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News. You can use Charles and Damali, and we are back.
We are back. So we've been talking to Manny and Matiana about relationship issues.
They've been doing good. I said, okay.
They were so nervous. And I'm like, what are y'all nervous about?
I don't know what the 30-year-old's going to do. The 20-year-old, y'all represent.
That's far.
That's far.
Yes. So you want to do some shout-outs?
I'm going to do some shout-outs, man, because we got a lot of people on the live. It is kind of crazy. Mr. Energizer.
Hey.
With the Afro down there in Arkansas. He in the building. Kimmy.
Hey, Kimmy.
You know, our little developer extraordinaire. He's in the building. We got a lot, like a couple thousand secret listeners. Welcome to the show.
Secret listeners.
Mom is in the building. What's going on, Mom? Welcome to the show. Uncle Brian.
Hey, Uncle Brian.
What's up with you? You in here, live in the building. We got somebody that's on the live and in the building. Miss Donna Thompson, what's going on with your sister? Good to see you.
Hey.
Jeremiah from Mississippi.
Hey,
we
Jeremiah.
call him the Maestro Sigalo. He in there. Burnell is in the building, y'all.
Hey, Burnell.
We also got live in studio Tracy Manning Gibbs.
Hey, sister.
Welcome to the show over there at Gibbs Shopping Center.
A phone call too.
Yeah, you better call her right after the show too.
Yeah.
Pam, welcome to the show.
Hi, Pam.
Appreciate you tuning in with us. Tanya Wilson, the judge.
Hey, Tanya.
Judge, don't judge me today. I'm just trying to get through. Don't judge me. Dr. Mario Choice.
Hey, Mario.
He said, proud of you, Matt. He live in the building with us as well. T. Harper.
Hey.
Matt's mom. She in the building, y'all. She's smiling. I got some hand claps going on, a lot of other stuff. Khalil.
What's up, Khalil?
K Money Harper down there in Oklahoma City here. Glenn Gullum is in the building with y'all. Man, everybody's in here. That's your cousin? What's up, cousin?
Okay.
Yeah. And then I said Kamala Hubbard. I'm finna say Kamala Harris. No, I'm just saying.
don't
Kamala's in
start.
there. No, I'm
No,
saying.
don't start.
You don't want to do that. Dr.
Stop
Motorcade
it.
was outside.
Stop it.
All right, let's get a couple of those comments because they've been blowing this thing up. Let's read a couple of them for our special guest.
Couple of comments. So let's see. First comment is going to be from Uncle Brian. He says, "Hey guys, sorry for your loss, Damali. You are in my prayers." Thank you, Uncle Brian. We really appreciate that. AJ says, condolences to you and your family, Damali. You will always continue to be in my prayers. Thank you so much. Uncle Brian says, rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Let's see who else. AJ says, hey, Matt. He said, this is Mr. Energizer. I'm still wearing the what is that? The Beta Sigma crocheted hat you made me, and I love it.
Right. I see somebody else said that's true facts, Manny Fresh with the 100 with the hand claps going up.
Uncle Brian said all those things that I read off. He said all of them are wrong. He said all of them wrong. Don't even listen to those. Let's see who else. Oh, Khalil says, oh man, I got to make an appearance now so you can complete the Harper Kid trio.
Hey, we can make that happen. We can make that happen. Globe been on.
Yes, and now
Matt done pulled up.
Yeah,
he the man in the middle. So yeah, you got to pull on up.
That is funny. AJ says, this is so awesome on what you said, Matt. Can you teach other young women what you know?
Man, see, that's the beauty about the live. And here's the thing, man. Shout out to everybody, local, national, and international. Everybody that's on KBOB, everybody that's on YouTube, everybody's on Tubi and all of that, because we live on a lot of different platforms, and they are representing the 20s.
Absolutely.
We're going to get back to it. Is we going rapid fire right now?
Rapid fire.
So
these are just some questions that I'm going to ask you guys, and you tell me what you think. Who do you think more does, a men or women, in your opinion? So it's just strictly your opinion, okay? So women are more emotional than men. What do you think? You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
You think so? Both of you think
so?
So they say that it's true that men and women. The truth is that men and women experience emotions equally. So it's like 50-50. So it's the thing that you said, Manny, about men not being able to express themselves, and it's just different. It's just in a different way. Okay, so men don't cry or feel deeply. Is true, false? What do you think?
That's hard because I've never seen my brother or my dad cry. So I'm like, I
don't
think
cry much. No.
Yeah.
No, don't cry much.
Yeah, no, not really.
So
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, it just depends. I mean, some people, you cry in that small room by yourself, maybe.
Yeah.
But
but
no, not really too much. Like my uncles and stuff really don't cry too much. I ain't seen them cry.
Okay, so what they say is that it's true that men are conditioned not to show vulnerability, but they feel emotions just as intensely as anyone else. Men are naturally less committed.
Oof.
No.
You say no?
I got super drive.
Oh.
I think drive is a big thing for a man. You got to have that.
Okay.
You got to.
Okay.
Good stuff, man.
So, Matt, What you think?
I think it's 50-50 on that. I don't even think it's just men. I think women too nowadays.
Well, no,
so.
but either way,
Yeah.
you gotta have drugs. Either way, you gotta have drugs.
Yeah.
So what they say is that the truth is commitment levels vary by individual, not by gender.
Mhm.
Many men value long-term relationships and emotional intimacy.
Mhm.
Okay, women are bad leaders because they're too emotional.
Mm.
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 Look, man.
I should say.
No, now I gotta be a feminist.
Right.
I just think we lead differently. Like we're not supposed to lead like a man, and sometimes it can be like depending on the audience, a woman may be better fit. In
Yeah.
some audience, a man may be better fit. Just depends on which people you're trying to reach. So,
I
Manny.
like that. I mean, I like that too. Like, you don't want a construction worker teaching your kids how to do something. You just want somebody for the environment. So
Right.
whether it be a man or a woman or just somebody that knows that area, you want that to be there.
So they say that is true, that emotional intelligence is a leadership asset. Women lead successfully in business, politics, and beyond when given equal opportunity.
come on.
Okay. Okay. And so
I like that.
question, can men and women be friends?
Man, me and my friends.
What about your friends?
Me and my friends talked about this for like an hour
Yeah.
the other day.
Yeah.
I think if there's a term called platonic friend,
Mm-hmm.
and so I just think if you were like one of my best friends is a female, and so I don't think it really matters if they're male or female as long as you know that you have boundaries.
Okay.
You just want to make sure you have boundaries.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
I agree with he said it's definitely like a boundary. Like you don't want to just say you can't have a relationship with because you gotta work with them sometimes or y'all gotta like get the job done. So I feel like as long as there's boundaries there and your partner knows like that boundary is there, then I think it's fine.
Okay. So let me pose this question. What if a friend crosses a boundary and your partner knows about it? Then how do you deal with that?
I think honestly, I think that's the job of the partner though, because like it doesn't matter how much their other partner kind of tells that person, no, don't do this. It's up to that partner to address it.
To correct her.
That's like,
Correct her.
a boundary is self-discipline.
Mhm.
So if you tell somebody else your boundary,
Mhm.
it's not up to them to uphold your boundary. It's
Right.
up to you. So if they keep poking the bear, you can't get mad at them because it's your boundary. You have
Right.
to be the one to say no.
Uh-huh.
I think that's big about standards and discipline. You want to make sure that your boundaries are for you, not for other people.
That
Let me
is right.
let me do this. Guess who just popped in on the show?
Who's that?
None other than Mr. Willie Wright.
What?
Y'all know, remember
Hey,
Willie Wright? Tall Willie.
What's happening?
TU'd into the NFL.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you in the building.
Okay.
Willie, appreciate you tuning in, man. You see, these youngsters done grew up on us, Willie. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right.
Okay, next question. Do all men cheat?
Ooh.
No.
Black men don't cheat.
Ah,
That's
black
one
men.
thing for sure.
Okay.
Black men don't cheat.
Okay.
But no.
Look, I'm raising my eyebrow.
I'm like, wait a minute.
No, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Let's do this
Do the
in
rest.
because you can generalize it. It don't have to be personal.
Mm-hmm.
So just out here in the streets on social media, from a 20-year-old perspective, how's relationships like overall? That way it ain't me. It's just what we think, man. Out here in these
So
20s,
all
people
men
be
cheat in
outside.
your
Hold on,
opinion.
Damali. Do the men be outside or inside?
I mean,
They be insight on that game.
okay. Or it's a different kind now.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
looking at another girl's Instagram profile is cheating. DMing a girl is cheating.
Mhm.
Seeing the girls, like anything,
All that is cheating.
everything is cheating, man.
Mhm.
You like a girl's picture and it's just a bit you cheat.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's tough. Like you
Even
can't
if
do
you look.
nothing.
Right, you can't do nothing, man.
And God forbid that if your girl don't like the girl that you
Oh,
man.
see,
yeah.
and she see that you didn't like her stuff,
That's it.
Over with.
So
That's-
it's tough.
it's the end of relationship. Ain't done nothing with the girl, don't even know the girl's name.
Don't even
never
know
met
where
the
she
girl,
live.
Just liked her picture in your relationship.
You seen the picture, say, I like that picture. No, you do not.
You
And
gonna
we're
like you
done.
go with her then. Like you gonna like her picture, go over there with her
You
then.
said like you want me to walk to Puerto
He's like,
Rico? She's in Puerto Rico. Silence.
Look, it's tough out here,
It's
so you
tough
gotta
in
be
the
careful.
streets.
Yeah.
I didn't ask y'all then because when we were younger, we didn't have social media.
Yeah.
Man, you had to walk to the girl house. You had to knock on the door. You had to talk to dad. You had to try to definitely get win mom over.
Right.
And so it took you got to meet at the park. You got to walk the person. It's all of that. But with social media, everything is like this. How much of a challenge does social media make relationships for young people?
It has to have a lot of discipline nowadays
Mm-hmm.
because you have easy access now. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to go through parents. You gotta go to the doorstep of a house. Like, now you just gotta text, and then
Mhm.
also it's easier to, like, not tell your partner either because it's all on social media. You got different platforms. You got Instagram, Facebook, all kinds of stuff. So I just feel like for men and women, it has to be a lot more discipline because it's like you can have dudes slide in your DMs, you can have girls slide in your DMs.
Mhm.
It's just up to you to set that boundary with them. So
Yeah.
Yes, it's not like the good. Like my mom. I mean, you guys know my mom. I'm an old soul for sure. So like getting the flowers and the chocolates and going up to the
Mhm.
doorstep, meeting the dad, and shaking
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
They just don't do that no more.
Right.
Right.
I did that a lot because I thought that was the way to do it, but then I realized, and it's kind of hard. I'm in my 20s, but being in this generation, I feel like a lot of my peers aren't doing the same thing.
Right.
So it just comes from what background you come from. So yeah, you can, like she said, you can just text somebody and then pull up to their house, and it's just like right there and then. So I think it's about safety too. You want to make
Yeah.
sure that you're safe about what you're doing too.
Yeah.
Let's do. Speaking of safety, and I add just a mile and I pass you the ball
Okay.
back. Man, it's like lately so many shootings downtown. You look
Yeah.
at the schools, the movies, everywhere. Us as more seasoned generation, we're like, oh my god, because when we was little, if somebody pulled out a gun, it was traumatizing.
Oh my God.
Let
Yeah,
alone getting
wait a
shot.
minute.
If somebody
Yeah.
got shot, it was like over for a year. It
Mhm.
just not used to that at all. But nowadays, it just seems like it's
So
just
normal.
desensitized. It's like it's normal, like it's
Yeah.
not even. But maybe we don't know in the 50 club, but from y'all 20, like when I think about Juneteenth, when that happened, I'm still dealing with that
Right.
in situation.
Yeah.
But what do 20-year-olds? How do y'all look at that with social media and all, like the shooting and the violence thing?
I'll just say real quick, one of my friends was shot in the shooting. He goes by the name Jay Hustle. He was a rapper, but his name is Justin. So when I moved to
Yeah.
Oklahoma from LA, I lived in Gilcrease Hills. Me and him lived right across the street
So
from
it's
each other.
real for you because
Real
it's
true. We played basketball with each other, shoveling people's driveways of snow.
So you
and
remember he was Keisha's little boyfriend. Remember when we go on the
little
band
boyfriend,
trips?
yep,
Yeah,
on
he
the-
was
on
saying
the
he was going to
trips.
marry my middle daughter.
And then
Yeah.
Austin was his big brother who was a drum major at
Yep.
BT.
At the
And so
time.
we literally all grew up together
Mhm.
when I got here. So seeing that really took me by surprise. And it's crazy. If you go down to Greenwood, there's a bench right next to Sweet Lisa's, that
Yeah.
black bench.
Yeah.
Right.
I was sitting right there, and the bridge is right
Right
next
there.
to it.
Yeah.
That's how close I was to the show when it
Wow.
happened.
Wow.
And like you said, like I think y'all said on the phone, man, you always down there. I was actually at work at the time, but I was getting off of work, and so I just happened to be there at the wrong place at the right place at the wrong time. Though.
Mhm.
Right.
So,
You was at the
but
right
yeah.
place for sure, but in the wrong
Yeah.
time with the
Yeah.
situation. Matt,
Yeah.
what do you think when it's like the violence, just the shooting and all of that? How do y'all feel like, because it don't have to be personal. So you can say personal is how I look at it, but then just as young people, we know how y'all look at it, but this is how we look at it when all this stuff is going on.
How I kind of look at it is that, like, when shootings kind of happen, I just wonder, like, I don't know if this generation has a hard time dealing with emotions too, and the way we handle things is different. And also, we got more access. So you got like GPS, you can locate where people are on social media, you know when they're active. So I feel like nowadays, like, people are able to locate someone and see on their story and stuff like that. I think also social media kind of amps up the jealousy because everybody wants what someone else is having.
Yep.
And also, like, beef. Like, people are so bold over the internet. So it's just like, I feel like some people don't realize who they really speaking to on the other end.
Right.
So they can be about it, but you just thinking, oh, I'm showing them who I am. And then you post it, but then they find out where you are. It's like, you got to be very cautious on who you really texting because other people, they solve their issues differently. So
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
how
and I think what's
Absolutely.
different, see, y'all don't know nothing about this. See, with us, when we had beef, it was all about a stick on the shoulder.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? We meet after school, you put the stick on the shoulder. If you tuck that stick, we gonna duke it out.
Yeah.
But then we all going home.
We
It's just fights.
live
We
to
on the
fight another
playground.
day.
That we gonna fight another day because that's and it was real. It would be so intense with the stick on the shoulder. Y'all have no idea.
It's
It
a
would be
different kind of
intense.
stick now for sure.
Right.
It's a different kind
It's
of
a
stick.
different
Yeah.
kind of stick now
Yeah.
for sure. That people, so they using a different kind of thing. So, and that's what's sad about it because a lot of people don't know how to control their emotions, like how you said, and so you could fight it out and duke it out like old days and just use your fist, but everybody's so quick to pull a gun.
But
Yeah.
is it concerning for your generation when that is like for you personally, like, man, my generation, when you think about it yourself and looking at, because these are people y'all gonna come up with, right? Are y'all like concerned and like, man, we got to figure out a way to do something?
I am concerned because it seems like it's happening in all areas. It can happen south, west, east. Like,
Yeah.
it can be, and you even school shootings, like bullying, like people is just not handling it well. And then also, I don't know, it's just that is concerning how people are like handling their stuff now. And also, I wonder if the gun access is a lot more access to it nowadays.
Right.
Because I feel like back then you couldn't just, kids can't just be going up and, unless you grab like maybe your parents.
Mhm.
But now since you got all these kind of gun laws, I feel like it's making it easier for,
Mhm.
you know, our generation to get some of that stuff. So I just hope, you know, people be careful and, you know, not like that's just not the answer.
Right.
So
I just think kind of both our generation and our like our children. Like, so the first thing I thought about was my daughter as soon as you said that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even though we're like in our 20s, my daughter's 9 going on 10, so she's gonna be in her 20s in a couple of, you know, in a decade, not when I'm in our 30s. So I really think about who she's gonna be around. There's already boys like at her school saying things that I'm teaching her that are, you know, suggestive. So so I'm really already at a point to where I have to really watch and filter what my daughter's experiencing. But I realize that I can't do that for the whole world. So you just got to make sure you have as much teaching as possible and just and pray and hope for the best for the rest.
All right. So we got a few more rapid fire questions and then we're done. Okay. So women are naturally better caregivers.
It's our nature. I mean, you know, when you become a mom, you instantly just know what to do. Versus like men, they're kind of like, it's like they kind of learn, their instincts kind of gotta change, in my opinion. Like, you know, they're not used to, they're like, oh my gosh, this baby's crying. I know even my dad was even scared to hold my daughter because it's like so tiny. You got these big muscles. So it's just like, I just feel like that's just our nature and that's just what we do. It's just an instant thing. So
what do you think, Manny?
I think the same kind of in a way. So I think when I, you know, was holding my daughter when she first was born, it was real hard for me to understand how I was going to protect and provide. That's one thing that I think men, even though women can do the same, I think that's something that men it's, you know, always told to do is protect and provide. So I was thinking of protection like at home and making sure that she's safe from other people and harm. But when it comes to like holding my child and being like, I care like tea parties and different stuff like that. Like, that stuff I did have to kind of learn. And I was kind of like getting my, you know, I'm not afraid to say again, my nails painted from her from the first time doing tea parties. That was a little different.
A little weird,
but I think in that retrospect, it is a challenge to learn. But yeah.
So what they say is caregiving is learned, not biologically predetermined. Men are equally capable of being nurturing and effective parents. And I could say for Mary, yes, I have seen that with you. I've seen how you know, nurture to your daughter. So you've done a really good job at that. Women gossip more than men.
That's the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even the conversations between women, like when women chat and men chat, like for instance, like when I talk to my boyfriend, I tell him all the tea. I'm like, here's the details. But then when he go talk to his friends and then just say if he come back, and I was like, what happened? Oh, we just kick it and you know this such and such happened. I'm like, where's the details? I didn't get nothing. All he says one word. So I just feel like women, I feel like we just think more into the conversation. Like we gotta, what happened? What time? How did you even
what
look
were they
at
wearing?
Them? And dudes are like, oh yeah, bro, that's good. That's okay. And they just take it in.
More so what we've talked about is something that we probably want to just keep to ourselves. That's a lot of things too. Sometimes men have these conversations and then they like, oh yeah, I just kicked it with the guys, you know, but you don't really want to go into deep detail about everything that you talked about. Yeah. So that's really what I think we do talk. I think we do. I don't know if gossip is the term, but like one of my brothers, we do talk, like frat brothers, we do talk and we talk about different stuff, but we don't want to always go back and tell everything, I guess.
So what they say is studies show that both genders gossip equally, just about different topics. Men may focus on sports or work, while women might discuss relationships or family. Now, the last one I wanted to just real quick.
We got to go.
Okay, but I want you to answer this. So Charles said last week that he was offended because he felt like women, like kids, do more for moms. Like when we talk about Mother's Day, Father's Day, he felt like he got jilted, Matiana. Father,
I was speaking. Listen, look, Manny. Let me say it in detail. What I said was this: I said my daughters make me feel like a king, and they look out for me. But in general, I feel like we ain't getting the love as men. Father's Day is, man, it's other.
Ties, socks.
See that?
Newspaper subscriptions, a new dumbbell that you ain't gonna use for 20 years, and dust collect.
Let's get y'all take. It'll be the last
That's the
thing.
last one.
Is there more love for mom versus dad? If
Yes.
so, why? If you think that.
I just think, like she said, I think mothers are more caregiving, and so I don't know. I just think a lot of people, and my mom said this to me. What do I get for the man that got everything? I was like, do I appear that way? Like, do they think that I got it like that? Like maybe I don't want a gift.
Right.
Like, no, let me stop that now. I'm broke. Please help me. I want something. Give me something. So I just a misperception. I
Yes,
think,
that's a misperception.
yeah, I think
Okay.
it's a misperception.
Okay.
We want something, y'all.
Yeah.
We want something. So the
Matt,
men.
what do you think?
It's just I think it's just more women are a lot probably more vocalized like when they want something versus my dad. I have to read him. He makes it harder on me. So I'm like, what do you want? Oh, nothing, not too much, just something simple.
Like, what is that?
Elaborate.
Okay, what?
What do you want from me? Versus my mom, she's like, yeah, I need this. I may need that.
Yeah.
And so, but I always want to make sure like I give them equally. That's just me.
Yeah.
And I think it depends on the relationship you have with your parents too. Like I have like equal relationships where I'm like, you know, my parents are my besties versus some people may like their mom more or like their dad more. So I feel like it also depends on how much you know that parent well. So
Yeah. Okay.
All right. If y'all got anything coming up, y'all want these 1,000 people to know about, let them know. Follow on social media. You got a book coming out. We don't know that part. So this is y'all part
Right.
to just say, if you want to follow me or something, like you can do that. Thank all these 1,000 people tuning in and listening to y'all and those kind of things.
Thank you so much. Well, I always got to talk about Flex Your Smile.
Yeah.
So Flex Your Smile was just, I'll say real quick, was a motivational platform I started during COVID because people were losing their lives and it was really, really sad. And so I wanted to give people an insight on there's always a silver lining. There's always a better thing that could happen. You're not as bad as, it's not as bad as you think it is.
Right.
And so Flex Your Smile really promotes that. So I ask people to come follow me on all social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, and that's Smile, SMYLE instead of I. So, but yes, I think
so flex your smile.
Flex your smile.
Flex your smile.
Flex.
And we'll take a picture and we'll tag it too as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matt, any final thoughts for all these people tuning in and listening to you?
well, just thank you for having me. I hope I didn't say nothing too crazy. But, and I'm just in the books right now, so nothing too. I mean, yes, you can follow me on social media. I probably need to start posting more. I haven't posted in like a year, so
right.
But y'all can follow me at Matiana. All my platforms are just my name. You're gonna find ain't nobody else have it. So.
right. Yeah. So AJ says he loves the maturity of these young people.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
All right.
All right.
So,
Thanks for coming in, y'all. Represent the 20-year-olds.
Yes.
We're looking for those 30s and those 10-year-olds. Hey, y'all be blessed. Keep doing good. Please keep being bright lights for us. We feel encouraged that our future is okay.
Yes.
So y'all doing for us. We all right. Now we just got to make sure the ones behind y'all, your daughter, my granddaughter is doing good. All right.
Yeah.
Love y'all. KBOB 89.9 FM News. You can use Charlie Damali. Coming up next, the mayor's office got a couple things to say. We'll be right back, y'all.
Man. Okay.
EduRec is the place where education and recreation meets. At EduRec, we have a host of programs such as Spring Break Camp, Summer Camp, and After School. We also have Black History Saturdays. It's located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. To donate, sponsor, or volunteer for any of our programs at EduRec, go to edurectulsa.com. Call EduRec today at 918-430-3947. And you can also visit us on any of our social media platforms at EduRec Tulsa. EduRec Tulsa, where education and recreation meet.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive. Reaching the community, the Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa, Jimmy.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
EduRec is the place where education and recreation meets. At EduRec, we have a host of programs such as spring break camp, summer camp, and after school. We also have Black History Saturdays. It's located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. To donate, sponsor, or volunteer for any of our programs at EduRec, go to edurectulsa.com. Call EduRec today at 918-430-3947. And you can also visit us on any of our social media platforms at EduRec Tulsa. EduRec Tulsa, where education and recreation meet.
The 36th Street North Event Center is proud to kick off another great season of social gatherings with family and friends. And no matter what the size of your next event, the 36th Street North Event Center has you covered. From event decor to live DJs, even catering, and a world-class sound and lighting system, 36th Street North has your event covered. We offer a state-of-the-art event booking and planning process from start to finish. And whether you're hosting 100 or 1,000, 36th Street North Event Center is the premier event center of North Tulsa, located at 1125 East 36th Street North. Share the experience at 36th Street North Event Center and see why we are the number one choice for upscale events, from weddings to birthdays, corporate functions, holiday parties, and so much more. Visit us today at 36theventcenter.com or call and reserve your spot at 918-200-9046.
KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development News. You can use Charlotte Damali. Woo, them young folks showed out.
I know. That was such a great segment. We're super excited about them and the growth that we see in them.
Absolutely.
So now we have another special guest in here, and this is another person that we watched grow up right before our eyes, and now he's doing great things. We have in studio Mr. Brentum Todd. He is now, if you don't know, the Deputy Chief of Staff over in the Mayor's office. So he's doing big things. Brentum, how are you?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Yes.
On news you can use with some of my greatest friends. Charles and Damali. Thank y'all so much for what y'all do for the community, and thanks for letting me come out.
Right. And look, Damali, I felt him when he came in. You know how somebody come in and it's kind of like not nothing big, but just, I'm gonna brush my shoulders off just a little bit. You started April 1st?
Yeah,
was
April
your start
1st.
date?
My actual birthday.
Come on,
not a joke. April 1st.
So it's
we came out April 1st.
April 1st.
I learned that about the position, mid-February, and then everything went, through the process, and then started up April 1st. Been running ever since.
Running.
We almost 4 months in now.
Almost 4 months.
Man, it feels longer, but at the same time, it feels so quick. At the same, there's nothing like it. Everything in the city touches the mayor's office, and so we are thinking about all different areas at all times.
Man, you brought it to reality when you said everything in the city touches the mayor's office. We got thousands of people on local, national, and international. Tell them just a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so Brentum Todd, born and raised here in Tulsa, been part of this community for a long time, and always have looked to show up and add value where I can. Got a chance to be a part of, I'm a Union grad.
Okay.
I am a TU grad, played football there, came out, went into family business. My family is a part of Transformation Church, and so worked there for a while, chased football a little bit after that, came out and started working in entrepreneurial space, what I got my degree in at TU, and so was at Tinto Capital running the community outreach there for a little bit, and then I actually planned to leave Tinto in February. I did leave. I said I'm going into consulting full time, and then a week later I got a call from the mayor's office. And so it
Wow.
wasn't like
Right.
I put this together, but
Right.
it came together.
Right.
And so it's just another step that I feel like God opened the door for, and I'm just walking, trying to be obedient.
So I'll say this, what does it feel like, and what can you say to young folks? We had these two young folks on who have been doing extremely well, and we've watched them grow up as well. But we know your journey because we've known you for a very, very long time. But this pivot was not where you were going.
Yeah.
So what do you say? Because I can remember back when you were like, hey guys, I want you guys to introduce me to some of the people in your circle because you guys are doing community development stuff and you're all over the place. And so we started, connecting, and putting you in that path. What do you say to people who are young like they are, that are trying to make it, that are trying to get somewhere? What do you say to them about how you ended up getting where
Maybe
you
the
are?
approach.
Yeah. For me, I think my whole approach was, my parents did a great job
Amazing.
of showing me the world, and in terms of not just who's around you, but they were itinerant ministers, so we'd travel literally all over the country and all over the world, and then also being able to be in different spheres with different ethnicities and things like that. And so all across that time, I believe my parents did a great job of helping me to understand anyone you meet is a valuable person.
Yes.
And so how you continue to interact with them and grow and learn more about them is important. And so that's kind of what I would pass on, is like anyone that you are, meeting is someone that you are able to learn from and able to grow from. And so I think that's even wrapping back around to y'all, because I had met y'all in other settings and church settings and things like that. But coming back around, it's like, okay, you guys have been doing EdUrec for so long and hosting events and things out there. You got 36 Street North Event Center, and so it's like, okay, so how do you all do it? What can I learn from you all? And so there's anyone you meet, anyone you come in contact with, as long as you stay humble, you can understand that you can learn something from them as well. And so that's what I'd say to anyone who's trying to continue to learn.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. I definitely feel better about our future because people like Brentum are now stepping into leadership positions. So I am excited about that, and not just being in all transparency. But you got stuff going on. How is it at the mayor's office, and then what is it about this event you got coming up?
Yeah. Okay. So real quick, what I do at the mayor's office, I'm the deputy chief of staff there. The mayor has like 5 or 6 key priorities and has someone in each one of those places. Then there's the deputy chief of staff and the chief of staff. Chief of staff is Dana Walton. She's amazing, helps lead, make sure everything runs correctly. I'm there to also help and assist and make sure all the trains are kind of running on time. But there's a couple of areas that I'm overseeing specifically, which is the Greenwood Trust and the road to repair things that we're doing there, as well as the Graves investigation, as well as some of the titles, authorities, boards, and commissions that we have at the city. And so those are like the things that fall on my plate every day. But at the same time, because I'm deputy chief of staff, everything else when it comes to economic development or what's going on with homelessness, all those things like that, I'm still touching many times as well. And so that's what keeps me busy in the mayor's office. But outside of that, before I was, up there, I was also trying to show up and be just someone to be helpful for our community. And so what I've been doing most recently is trying to create spaces for Black men that are safe. And so it's been something that's been on my heart for a long time. And so for my birthday back in May, I said, you know what? I told my wife, is like, I don't really want to, do a big thing with everyone. I just want to make a space for Black men. The Thunder had just won and gone to the playoffs. And so it was perfectly lined up. And so we went over to, I think it was 473.
Nice spot.
We had about a little over 60 Black men show up.
Yeah.
And I sent it out 2 days before, and I said, okay, we're going to do this more often. Everyone who left there said, this is exactly what we need, and we need to do it more often. But what I learned is it takes some coordination. And so now we have another one coming up this Saturday. Actually, we're going to have another one, and I want to just make sure that we have safe spaces. Now, I'm not going to say the location out here out loud
because it's a lot of people.
Right. And this is a safe place for us. Right. And so, but what I will do is say, connect with me. I'm Brentum Todd everywhere. BRENTOM. last name Todd, TODD, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. You can connect with me. I'll send you that information. And anyone who has the information can share it with another brother. And this is not exclusive. This is just creating a safe space for us. We're
So
in
what
public
is the
spaces.
age group that you're looking for? Because I mean, you say men, but
Yeah,
are we
I say
talking
men.
about young men or?
When I say men, typically that's 18 and up. But at the same time, because here's what I've learned, if you're not in a situation that is youth involved or violence involved or coming out of a program like recidivism or drugs or different things like that, there are not supports, mentors, community for Black men. And so I said, let's find a space that all of us can come together and just be, put down our titles, put down our responsibilities and just be. And I tell you, man, at my birthday this year, it just felt like you could feel the energy. Yeah. And I just really appreciate the space that was able to be created, and I'm committed to making more of those. And so that's what we're doing. It's
awesome.
it's nothing
That's
too
awesome.
crazy. And we'll see what forms of it. But this is just a place where we can come together and lock in.
Yeah.
And so if you see Black men lock in, that's what we're doing.
You see Black men lock in. Now
I
let me
love
do this, man. Brenton, we travel. Every time we travel, everybody trying to get to Black Wall Street.
Okay.
Everybody trying to get to Tulsa. You at the mayor's, you there, you in the mayor, like you say, y'all touch at every point of the city.
Right.
And so with all these thousands of people on, just a little bit about what's going on in Tulsa, what's going on up at the mayor's office, the job you're doing. Because let me tell you something. When you said mass graves and then the road to Brenton, that's heavy. That's real stuff. And then still have to touch on everything else. So what's going on in Tulsa that's different for all these people that's ready to just descend down? Because a lot of what they will be able to do has something to do with the decision that you make every day.
Yeah, I'll give a super high level.
Okay.
What we know is that a lot of our issues that happen in the city, a lot of them deal with our economic development type space, and that is a trickle down effect to everything. And so one of the major things that we're focused on is housing and development. Right now, if you talk about the homelessness issue, it's a housing issue. There's over 300 people every night that sleep in shelters that go to a job the next day. It's because there's not affordable housing, right? There's somewhere around 1,000 people, 1,500 or so, that are experiencing homelessness currently. And so it's like, if we can get the people in the places that they need to be living and at an affordable rate, then they could be able to be on a upward mobility track. And then the people who do need the wraparound services could be in the shelters versus sleeping on the streets, right? And so how are we fixing all of these issues? A lot of times, like I said, it's a trickle down effect. And so working with permitting, there's so much stuff that goes in the back end that you would never guess. It's like, oh, we just need to do this. It's like,
but we can't.
And I can't even describe it, how many intricate pieces there are. And then you have people that want this to go, and you have someone that wants it to go the exact opposite direction. And they're both entitled to their opinions. And so it's something that, I would never have imagined. But like I said, a lot of that is happening up in the mayor's office every single day. We're working behind the scenes on some of the infrastructure things that need to happen for us to get this all across the line. But we're working on our homelessness. We're working on our student outcomes, Office of Children, Youth, and Families. We're working on the housing units that actually need to happen, our public safety, not just in response. The good thing is we already had things in place that we could respond quickly to the violence that's happened in the city. And so there's so many things across the line that are continuing happening. Our relationship with the tribal nations, big things that are happening there. So there's a lot happening across the board, and that's just like the priorities. But then there's the stuff that was already happening beforehand, that we gotta keep up. People wanting to move to the city, businesses that are already here, people complaining about people's grass, and like all the things across the board are happening up there in the mayor's office. And it's a small team, in the mayor's office, about 16 or so people across the entire mayor's office. But the city as a whole has over 3,000 employees. And so
Yeah.
we're all here as a team trying to help continue to move things forward for the citizens of Tulsa.
My mom said that she is so proud of you.
Oh, man.
And Tracy Manning Gibbs said she's proud of you and thank you for your leadership and commitment towards change.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, we know you got to run,
Yes.
but we got to have you back.
Listen,
Yes.
it's not like we're not doing nothing up there, but I will want to come back and continue to help spread the word about what's going on in the mayor's office and what we got going on in our community.
Yeah, because the mayor is an honorary news you can use.
If you didn't know that.
Correspondent. If you
Okay,
didn't know.
okay, I didn't know.
So,
I will remind him
Tell him his chair is
that
sitting
his
here.
chair is waiting for him.
Yes.
I love it.
All right, y'all. Bentham Tide, Deputy Chief of Staff
Yes.
up at the mayor's office, man. Love him so much. Thanks for coming up and giving us
Thank
the information. Me and
Yes.
y'all pull up.
Yes, sir.
We about the energy and the synergy get
Tap
connected.
in with me.
Yes.
Lock in with me.
Lock in
Yes.
with Bentham Tide.
Yes, sir.
Is where you catch them. KBOB 89.9 FM News. You can use Charles and Damali. Coming up next, Miss Donna K. Thompson. She came down the turnpike doing the speed limit, though. But she here, y'all. We're going to get with her next with another upcoming event. We'll be right back.
Looking to take your event to the next level with professionalism and energy? Contact World One Development. We host events, have radio personalities, offer community engagement and videography. We also do live radio remotes, red carpet appearances, create promos, event recaps, drops, and flyers. We also create customized advertising packets to promote your business, organization, or program. Visit our website at world1development.com. You can also reach us on social media at World One Development.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chillin'.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM. Oh, yes, it's bingo night. Bingo. And I'm on it right. Bingo. It's bingo night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Every first and third Tuesday, starting February 4th, it's bingo night at 36th Street North Event Center. Bingo night. Bingo nights at 36th Street North Event Center. Every first and third Tuesday, with lots of cash and prizes to be given away. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and sessions start at 7 and 8 p.m. Game packs starting at only $25. And you could win big. 36th Street North Event Center, 1125 East 36th Street North. Bingo nights. So grab your auntie and uncles and enjoy bingo nights at the 36th Street North Event Center. Concessions and refreshments will be available. And bingo nights at 36th Street North can be enjoyed in a smoke-free environment. Bingo night every first and third Tuesday starting February 4th at 36th Street North Event Center. For more information, call 918-200-9046. Bingo Nights is presented by the 36th Street North Event Center and NYCU.FM. Cash and prizes are based on minimum attendance requirements.
KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News. You can use Charles and Damali, and we are back.
We are back. So we had this show has been really good. So we've had the young people in. We've now had Brentham, who is a young person that's in the mayor's office.
At the mayor's office, y'all.
You know, so now we have another special guest.
Yes.
In the building. We have Miss Donna K. Thompson.
Yes.
Visiting us, and she's going to tell us a little bit about some things that she's doing. Miss Donna, how are you doing?
I am good. I made it here safely.
Came up from Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. Down the turnpike.
OKC down the turnpike, and she'll probably listen to the same song we listening to, you know. But anyway, man, I've been knowing Miss Donna for about a quarter of a century.
Oh,
I'm gonna make it sound
I know, right?
a good 20, a good
Yes.
20 plus years for sure. And she
Yeah.
still looked the exact same. 23? You
23
see, I said a quarter of a
or
century. I was
62.
close.
Yes.
Yeah, so I go back to the age of the youngster that was in here. When I
Right.
was working at the LE Raider Center, trying to tackle these youth, man, to try to help them transition, whether it's Raider, whether it was Kojak, whether from any of that. So now when I say that, I got somebody that can confirm.
Right.
That I was in there working and doing therapy and doing that and trying to do what I could do to help these kids for 5 years. But I am so happy she's here. She's always doing big things. But look, without further ado, you tell these people a little bit about who you are.
As you shared, my name is Donna Thompson. I started working for an organization called Parent Guardian Support Network.
Yes.
That had me to drive down the turnpike, bring the caregivers, the guardians, the families to do family sessions. And so that's how I met Charles, because he was working in the ITP intensive treatment program.
Yes.
So we worked with the kids together. So that was the beginning of that relationship, as well as LE Raider.
Right.
But we did work at all the others as well. But anyway, with that, I started my pastor, Pastor John A. Reed Jr., who has passed on. I kept telling him every day, let me tell you about what happened on the bus. This lady needs this, and these people need this. And, and they could use some help with their light bill.
Yeah.
Because he was our state president. He said, listen, let me just tell you, I'm only one person.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to take ownership of this and go ahead with it, then I'm going to let you go ahead and do that. And that's how I started. I'm prison ministry director for the Oklahoma Baptist State Convention.
Okay.
Which is approximately 265 churches across the state.
Oh, wow.
We're the largest African American religious organization in the state. And our state president at this time is Pastor Anthony Scott, right over there.
Right down there.
Right down the
At
street.
First Baptist.
First Baptist.
Pastor Anthony Scott.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Pastor Anthony. He do big things in the city too. So he represents really, really. Dr. Mario Choice is on here. He used to work at RTP. I don't know if y'all remember each other, because you was working with us in ITP with
we both.
You did both, but Mario we was at the same exact time. Now he done become a doctor. See, I'm still Charles Harper, but this brother went and got a master's, got his doctor, and he got all a lot of stuff and then moved down to Texas. But we still stay connected. He actually kind of welcomed me to the radio space too. When we first started doing radio, he was there as well. But Mario was on, so it's good to have family.
Yeah,
and he's still working with kids. A chaplain at a spot, so we still trying to do our little part. Come on, so you got a big event coming up.
Well, yes, the thing about that I found out is that when I was at LE Raider in the other facilities, there were youth there that didn't have people to come visit them because of transportation issues and just different things, And so the judges started saying, well, she's been there. We'll just let her just keep working with them. But I'm a Christian first. So when you find out these things about different children and stuff, and you sit, so while the parents were visiting their loved ones, I would visit these children because they didn't have anybody. And you have conversations, you get to meet them, you get to know them, you get to see how they tick, what their understanding is. And so with that, these children just needed some love. They just needed some help, So as I said, my pastor put me over the prison ministry. And so one of the things that I wanted to do, and he agreed because that was his vision, is prevention. So this program that we're having is on our 19th annual.
19th.
19th.
It's not the first one. That's 1 or 2 times.
Right.
19th annual youth awareness program, and the theme is choices.
I love that.
Our young people, as adults, we need to know that we do have choices. There's consequences, good or bad.
Yeah.
Right.
So you got to be mindful of that. So we're going to have speakers to come and share their life's experience. And we just want the kids to know this is what I did. Don't do this. I didn't listen to my mom. And so this is the consequences of me not listening to my mom. We want to make sure they understand felony convictions are forever. That never goes away.
Right.
There's no, like some of the kids say, there's no do-overs.
Right.
Our state they may say something about expungements and pardons, but that felony will always stick with you like it's your middle name.
Right.
And so we have those who are in state custody. We'll have some of the women from the Eddie Warriors Correctional Center coming to do the same thing, just trying to get these youth to know I did this, this, and this. Now I'm here incarcerated, to discourage them from making some of those choices.
Right.
Youth who've already been incarcerated, or they've been in gangs, or any type of negative association. So we want our youth to understand, if you are with your friend and they smoke weed or do drugs or just have them, please understand that you got to pay attention. Just because you don't smoke,
Right.
just because you don't have it, if you know your friend carries a gun and you want to ride with him anyway,
Right.
you cannot say, I didn't do it, it wasn't mine, because the law will, they arrest you anyway, just because you was there. Guilty by association.
Yep.
That's it.
So that's why it's these choices. You have to make good choices. If you see your friends, and I have to be real here. Sometimes it's our family member.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's our parents.
Right.
And I'm not ragging on any parents or saying nothing negative about how they're raising them. But our youth still have to understand, sometimes parents, if you smoke weed, get drugs, guns, that type of activity, you're grown. I'm not saying anything wrong about that. But at the same time, sometimes our youth, they develop that as a norm.
Right.
Right.
So for them, that's nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing, you know. So it's like, this is what's going on in my household. I would encourage you to be grown, but also pay attention to your household and keep it away from your children, because a lot of times they think it's okay, but the system will grab them up and take them right on, and so we don't want our kids to get in trouble. But I do want to say thank the great parents
there you go
that are so wonderful. I see Miss Kimberly Hubbard.
Yes.
She was on here. Kim was one of my speakers. I just say this about her because I love how she talks, because she talks about how some parents feel guilty.
Yeah.
They can do their best.
Right.
You do everything they're supposed to. And she just let people know, sometimes you can do your best, but it doesn't always work. It's okay. But don't live your life feeling guilty about what you felt was right, because as parents, we do our best.
Right.
And so I just want our children to know, listen, if you live in Oklahoma, you either been to prison, know someone been to prison, related to someone been to prison,
right,
or either help pay the over $500 million that it costs to incarcerate people. No one is exempt.
right.
No one is exempt. And so when laws change all the time, we want to make sure that we're there voting for the good of our community.
Right.
And what's going to take care of our children. And then, we've got people in the juvenile center, like you were speaking of, go visit them, show them some love. There's a lot of things that you can do to help these children.
Right.
And so at this event, we're looking for our vendors to come. They could be a part. We just want them to know that we are not having vendors that sell. We're looking for programs,
resources.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So if you're interested in that, we have some more spots available. But basically that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to talk about that. Our keynote speaker, his name is Chaplain Christopher Hendricks. He is Oklahoma County Juvenile Bureau, and he had 74 years.
Wow.
They sentenced him to 44 years, but God is good.
There you go.
Because at the end of the day, after looking at his sentence and everything, he had already did 12 years, and God changed that to time he served.
Right.
And I want to add this, because there's a lot of people listening in, and we appreciate that, and hope y'all writing all this information down, because sometimes you have to talk about how it really gets, right?
Yep.
And so when you talk, I know today you dressed up, she got hair, the glass. I see what's going on, but I'm just saying, when I worked at Raider on my unit, I had 17 kids, right? I'm just saying how real it is, Damali, because your degree is criminal justice too.
Absolutely.
On my unit, it's first degree murder, second degree murder, arson, rape, aggravated assault. These is who I'm dealing with and working with. 6'5", 6'8", 280, 300, 240 will knock your brains out And when it's time for them to go on their weekend pass to Oklahoma City, guess who's coming to pick them up?
Yeah.
She's coming to pick them up. You know, and I'm just saying how really. So you got to think about it when you just sitting at home. Okay, this kid killed a mom, killed a dad, or something. They trying to be rehabilitated and transition back home from being in these facilities. And this her got to drive 2 hours back and forth, one-on-one. And talk them through that. So I'm saying is you need to come out to this event because this is the kind of stuff going on in our community. This is stuff going on in Oklahoma City too. When it get real, and you got to have somebody that know how to get down in the trenches, know what to say, and definitely know what not to say. Because you can get yourself hurt real quick and killed when you don't know what's going on. So I appreciate what you're doing because I know it's a big board there and people be nervous about it. So if you didn't have this on your calendar, you need to put it on your calendar and pull up because this is the person you want to connect with, not just for this, but to continue to support her work, whether it's financially, volunteering or whatever, because she's probably been doing it more than the 23 years I've been knowing her. But for them, it's been real and we appreciate that. And I commend you for that.
Well, thank you so much. You know, we work with across the state. We go to the prisons. If you're interested in going to the prison, I'm volunteer coordinator with the Department of Corrections, so I try to help people get into the prisons because we need help. You know, we try to do this preventive part, but there are some that are in prison that just shouldn't have been there. You know what I'm saying? And just need to have some love. All of them just need some love. You know, I know we can all give some love. Just go up and take them a little candy or play some cards with them. You can do those things inside the facility, you know. But, you know, we are churches, you know, but you don't have to be in a church to go. I'm going to say that because the Lord is still working on some people as he transitions them from the street into the churches, but we do preaching, teaching, and if you have some idea that the Lord is giving you that you want to do in the prison, we can always talk with the Department of Corrections because they are open, because they know how hard it is to keep recidivism from continuing to happen and going into the prison. So we are asking for help. So if you have any type of program, information, or just want to just help, like financially or whatever, can I get my number?
Yes. You can. Hey, now hold up. Now hold on now. It's thousands of people. I may not let us post it because it's gonna be in Africa, it's gonna be in Asia, it's gonna be in Puerto Rico, and be like, hey, you be like, hello,
I'm listening. I'm used to being, at different radio stations, so it's not all over the place. Right. Yeah, but I will listen to what you say.
And then we'll get it to the people. We'll post it. We'll do the flyer, and we'll get it on the website, Facebook, and some way where you can filter it a little bit. Is that good?
Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. I'm paying attention to the leadership.
All right, now we got to speed through a couple of things, but if you can hold tight, we're gonna come back to this because you hit the high level. That way we can get out here in like 5 minutes. So Damali, let's just go through our Black History trivia. We got you. So you're gonna be able to hit it one more time before we wrap up the show. Okay.
All right. So Black History trivia. We'll go ahead and hit that really quick. Who was the first woman and first African American to receive a master's degree in chemistry from the University of Hawaii and develop the method for treating leprosy in the early 20th century? Was it A, Alice Augusta Ball, B, Katherine Johnson, C, Dorothy Vaughan, or D, Mary Jackson? So I think Manny said D because he said Mary sounded good.
You want to throw an answer in the box?
She said
Not right now.
What did Matt say? C?
Matt said
C. AJ said B. Uncle Brian and Pam said C. But the answer actually is A.
Oh, see, you could have went for it. We didn't know. None of us knew. We just Damali be doing this.
I was thinking C myself.
See, okay. All right.
No, so it's A. So Alice Augusta Ball was an African-American chemist who developed the Ball method for making ethyl ester derivatives of chamungra oil, which was used to treat for leprosy during the early 20th century. She was 23. She was the first woman and first African-American to receive a master's degree from the University of Hawaii and was also the university's first female and African-American chemistry professor.
Right. That's good. You got us with that, but that's all right.
Okay, and wanted to, I guess we don't really have time, so we'll do these next week.
Right.
Let's just go ahead and go to upcoming events.
Okay.
So upcoming events, don't forget that Soul of Sunday happens every single Sunday with Corey D at from 1 o'clock p.m. until 3 o'clock p.m. on nycu.fm or on Facebook Live at nycu.fm. Neighborhood Festival has been rescheduled for August the 2nd from 11 o'clock a.m. until I believe it's 4 o'clock now p.m. at Hawthorne Park, located at 933 East 33rd Street North. Charles and I will be hosting that event. So, you guys come out. We're going to be giving out school supplies, backpacks, and all that. So it's going down. Tracy, I saw C. The answer actually is A. So good try.
Yeah, we did it together. We went with, look, we fall down, but we gonna get back up.
We get back up.
Trace, we gonna I said C2, and I had 30 minutes to think about it, but
right.
hey.
All right. Lacey Park is doing their back to school block party. It's going to be on August the 9th from 11 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. located at 2134 North Madison Place. Once again, we're going to be giving the kids all they need to get ready for school so they can have a successful school year. Then we're going to be doing Jazz on the Green with Michael Fields Jr. That's going to be also August the 9th at 6 o'clock p.m. at Guthrie Green. It's going to be featuring Andrea Lisa, Nathan Mitchell, Hank Bila, and our very own T. Rush. And then Spreading Hope Back to School Bash 2025 going to be happening August the 16th from 11 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. That's going to be at B.S. Roberts Park, located on Greenwood. There's going to be food and backpacks and school supplies and vendors, community resources. Charles and I will not be hosting this one.
We're hosting everything else, but we're going to be working.
We're going to be working.
We're going to be grabbing them backpacks. And we don't mind eating burgers in one hand and passing our backpacks in the other.
Absolutely. So let's hit the birthdays real quick. So today is our very own Lauren Corbett Evans.
Happy birthday,
it is her
Lauren.
Birthday, Miss Juneteenth. She is celebrating her birthday today. So happy birthday, Lauren. On July 27th, we have Jordan McNair. You know the Jordans?
Happy birthday.
Jordan McNair, our soror, Arlene Town Morris,
I texted this morning.
and Doc Shaw are celebrating a birthday.
Happy birthday, y'all.
And then on July 28th, Autumn Wharton and my cousin, Mr. James Jubert, is going to be celebrating a birthday as well. So don't forget, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms, World One Development, 36th Street North Event Center, Edgerec Youth and Family Fun Center, or Fitting Back In Prison Reentry.
Just like that. Hey, Miss Donna, we did not let her go. Damali holding her leg under the table. So one more time, this weekend, what's going down? Hit them high level and tell them where to follow.
Okay, I want to just stick this in here. We have a lot of youth that are doing great.
Yes.
Right.
We appreciate that. But I do want to say, this is not just for kids acting out. This is for our youth that are doing great because, see, we want them to have some tools to use. So when that negativity can come towards them, they'll know how to back up and turn around and leave.
And there you go.
Okay, so it is our 19th annual Youth Awareness Program. Theme is Choices. It will be Saturday, July 26th. We'll have networking with resources from 12 to 1. We have our program started right at 1. Keynote speaker is Chaplain Christopher Hendricks, Oklahoma County Juvenile Bureau. The address of the event is at First Baptist North Tulsa, 1414 North Greenwood Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're still looking for vendors, and you can get the phone number from a radio station. Yes. And then contact us if you like. Thank you so much for listening. Come out, help us to help our children. Thank you.
Just like that. Look at her. You look. Right. That's why I claim when she claimed me. Right. You come in hitting home runs. Damali, final thoughts before we wrap this thing up?
Final thoughts, I think this is going to be a wonderful program to be able to help our youth be able to deal with situations. Right. And I do agree with Miss Donna that, we want to equip our kids and give them some tools that they can utilize. Because even if they see someone acting out, sometimes kids can reach other kids.
Right.
And so if they have some tools in their toolbox that they can share with other kids, then I think this is going to be very, very beneficial. So I think that anybody who has time on Saturday to show up, please go out and show up and support.
Yeah, and thank you so much for coming in and showing your face. Look, she sacrificed for y'all.
Yes.
She could have sent a representative. She could have called on the phone. She said, no, Tulsa, I'm going to show y'all some love, and I'm going to show up in the flesh, just like that. Now, she probably got to go back and come back. But anyway, what I want to say lastly, shout out to our youngsters that came in. Matt
they did a phenomenal
and Manny,
job.
the 20-year-olds, they represent really, really well. Shout out to our producer of the show, Mr. Stephen Keys. He got his cowboy hat on. Y'all can't see it. Just understand it's real. Uncle Bobby, thank you for giving us this platform for over 5 years to do what we do. For everybody that listen in, click share, because this has been good information all the way around. We're going to post this flyer. We're going to take a picture. So make sure y'all pull up. We're going to leave the information if you want to be a vendor and all of that good stuff. But right now, we got to go, y'all. We got to get out of here until next day. It's hump day. You have a good rest of your day. But what I want to do is say to reach us here on the show for advertising, hosting, marketing, promos, community engagement, or to appear live on our show, please go to nyc.fm and complete the inquiry form. Someone from our staff will reach out to you. Please go and subscribe to stay up to date to all of the latest happenings and all of the breaking news first. This has been News You Can Use. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper.
And I'm Damali Wilson.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make sure you tune in.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other group or individual associated with KBOB 89.9 FM.
All right, y'all have a good day. Have a blessed week. Love y'all.
Yeah.